Picture this, a 70-ton monster of steel and composite armor thundering across the desert at 42 miles per hour. Its 120-millimeter cannon capable of punching through 3 feet of steel from over 2 miles away. For 4 decades, the M1 Abrams has been the undisputed king of the battlefield. America's iron fist that struck fear into enemies from Iraq to Afghanistan. But in 2024, the throne is being challenged like never before. From the cutting-edge German Leopard 2A8 to Russia's controversial T-14 Armata, from Israel's battle-tested Merkava Mark V to South Korea's high-tech K2 Black Panther, a new generation of super tanks is emerging, each claiming to dethrone the American giant. So the question isn't just academic anymore. Is the Abrams still the king of tanks? Or has the crown been passed to a new generation of armored warriors? Today, we're diving deep into the world's most advanced main battle tanks, comparing their firepower, protection, mobility, and cutting-edge technology. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where the M1 Abrams stands in today's rapidly evolving battlefield. Chapter 1. The Legend, the M1 Abrams. Let's start with the legend itself. When the M1 Abrams rolled out of the Chrysler Defense Factory in 1980, it wasn't just another tank. It was a revolutionary leap forward in armored warfare technology. The birth of a legend. The Abrams emerged from the ashes of the failed MBT-70 program, when America desperately needed a tank that could match the Soviet Union's formidable T-80 and T-64 tanks during the height of the Cold War. What they got was something far beyond their expectations. Named after General Creighton Abrams, a World War II hero and Vietnam War commander, this beast was built with one philosophy: overwhelming technological superiority, and boy did it deliver. The crown jewel, that turbine engine. Here's what made the Abrams special from day one. It's powered by a Honeywell AGT-1500 gas turbine engine. Think of it as a jet engine for tanks. While other tanks use traditional diesel engines, the Abrams went full aviation grade. This 1,500 horsepower monster could push 70 tons of tank at speeds that left enemies stunned. But it wasn't just about speed. The turbine engine was virtually silent compared to diesel engines, earning the Abrams the nickname Whispering Death. Imagine enemy soldiers expecting to hear a tank coming from miles away, only to have 70 tons of American steel appear seemingly out of nowhere. Firepower that redefined warfare. The M256 120mm smoothbore cannon, licensed from the legendary German Rheinmetall, became the gold standard for tank guns. This weapon could fire a depleted uranium penetrator round that could punch through any known armor at ranges exceeding 2.5 miles. To put that in perspective, it could accurately engage targets from distances where enemy tanks couldn't even see it clearly. The fire control system was equally revolutionary. Computer-stabilized targeting, thermal imaging, laser range finding, technologies that are common today were cutting edge in 1980. The Abrams could engage and destroy moving targets while moving itself, something that was nearly impossible for previous generation tanks. Armor, the great mystery. Here's where things get interesting. The exact composition of Abrams armor is still classified, but we know it uses Chobham armor, a composite armor system developed jointly with the British. It's not just steel, it's layers of ceramics, composites, and steel arranged in a way that disperses and absorbs the energy of incoming rounds. The result? In Desert Storm, not a single Abrams was lost to enemy fire. That's not propaganda, that's historical fact. Iraqi T-72s, T-55s, and T-62s couldn't even scratch the paint on an Abrams from the front. Combat-proven excellence. The Abrams has seen action in every major U.S. military operation since Panama in 1989. Desert Storm, Iraqi Freedom, Afghanistan. Each conflict validated its design philosophy. In the Battle of 73 Easting during Desert Storm, a small force of Abrams tanks destroyed an entire Iraqi Republican Guard division in just 23 minutes. But here's the thing, that was 1991. The world of armored warfare has changed dramatically since then, and new challengers have learned from both the Abrams' strengths and its few weaknesses. Chapter 2. The German precision machine, Leopard 2, A8. If the Abrams is the sledgehammer, the German Leopard 2, A8 is the surgeon's scalpel. Germany has always approached tank design with methodical precision, and the latest Leopard represents the pinnacle of European tank engineering. Evolution of excellence. The Leopard 2 family has been in continuous development since the 1970s, but the A8 variant represents a quantum leap. While the basic Leopard 2 was already considered one of the world's finest tanks, the A8 addresses every shortcoming identified in modern combat. The digital battlefield. What sets the Leopard 2 A8 apart is its integration of digital warfare capabilities. This isn't just a tank, it's a mobile command center. The Attica fire control system provides 360-degree situational awareness through multiple cameras and sensors, creating a complete digital battlefield picture for the crew. The commander can simultaneously track dozens of targets, coordinate with other units, and engage multiple threats while the tank is moving at full speed. This level of battlefield management was unthinkable in the Abrams' original design. Firepower refined the Leopard. 2A8 uses the same Rhine metal 120mm gun as the Abrams. But here's the difference. It can fire the latest German DM-73 tungsten penetrator rounds, which some experts argue are superior to American depleted uranium rounds. More importantly, it can fire programmable high-explosive rounds that can be set to detonate at specific ranges, perfect for engaging infantry in buildings or behind cover. Armor. Learning from combat. The A8's armor package, known as D technology, incorporates lessons learned from Leopard 2's fighting in Syria and Ukraine. Additional armor modules can be quickly swapped based on threat assessment. Urban warfare modules against RPGs, or anti-tank modules against main gun rounds. But here's what's really clever. The armor is modular. Damaged sections can be replaced in the field, meaning a Leopard 2A8 can return to combat faster than any other tank after taking damage. Mobility advantage. While the Abrams weighs around 70 tons, the Leopard 2A8 maintains better mobility at a similar weight through its MTU diesel engine. It's more fuel efficient, has longer range, and produces less heat signature. Crucial advantages in modern warfare, where fuel logistics and stealth matter more than raw speed. The European network. Perhaps the Leopard's greatest strength is interoperability. It's used by multiple European nations, creating a standardized logistics and training base. When German, Dutch, Canadian, and Polish Leopards work together, they speak the same tactical language. In recent conflicts in Ukraine, upgraded Leopards have proven remarkably effective, though they have also revealed some vulnerabilities that the A8 variant specifically addresses. Chapter 3, the Israeli Fortress, Merkava, Mark V. No nation has more recent, intensive tank combat experience than Israel, and the Merkava reflects every harsh lesson learned in decades of Middle Eastern warfare. This isn't just a tank, it's a mobile fortress designed around a simple philosophy: crew survivability above all else. Born from necessity, the Merkava program began after the 1973 Yom Kippur War, when Israel realized it couldn't always rely on foreign suppliers for its most critical weapons. What they created was unlike any other tank in the world, a machine designed specifically for the unique challenges of Middle Eastern combat. The rear engine revolution. The Merkava's most distinctive feature is its rear-mounted engine. While every other modern tank puts the engine in the back and crew in the front, Israel flipped the script. The engine sits at the front, acting as an additional layer of armor protecting the crew. This design choice means that even if the front armor is penetrated, the engine absorbs much of the impact before it reaches the crew compartment. In practical terms, it saved hundreds of Israeli tank crew lives over the decades. Urban warfare specialist. The Mark V represents the latest evolution, specifically designed for urban combat, something the Abrams was never intended for. It features the Trophy Active Protection System, which automatically intercepts incoming RPGs and anti-tank missiles. Imagine having a robot bodyguard that shoots down threats before they can hit you. That's Trophy in action. The Trophy system has been combat-proven in Gaza and southern Lebanon, intercepting over 500 anti-tank missiles with a success rate exceeding 95%. No other tank in the world has this level of active protection experience, multi-role capability. Here's where the Merkava gets really interesting. It's designed to function as more than just a tank. The rear compartment can carry additional ammunition, supplies, or even evacuate wounded infantry. The Mark V can carry up to 8 fully equipped soldiers in addition to its 4-man crew, transforming it into a heavily armored personnel carrier when needed. Firepower precision. The 120mm gun can fire a unique Israeli-developed Leopard missile, turning the tank into a precision strike platform with a range of up to 8 kilometers. This means a Merkava can engage helicopters, bunkers, and other tanks from distances where return fire is impossible. Survival technology. The Mark V incorporates an advanced fire suppression system, NBC protection, and modular armor that can be quickly reconfigured based on the mission. More importantly, it includes medical equipment and space for crew treatment, because in Israeli doctrine, getting wounded crew members home alive is as important as destroying enemy tanks. Combat-proven, continuously updated. Unlike tanks that are designed and then remain static for decades, the Merkava is continuously updated based on combat experience. Every engagement in Gaza, Lebanon, and the West Bank provides data that gets incorporated into the next upgrade cycle. The result is a tank that might not be the fastest or have the heaviest armor, but has the highest crew survival rate in modern combat. And in the end, that might matter more than any other specification. Chapter 4. The controversial contender. T-14 Armata. No modern tank generates more debate than Russia's T-14 Armata. Proclaimed by Moscow as revolutionary, dismissed by critics as vaporware, the truth about this enigmatic machine lies somewhere in between. What we do know is that it represents Russia's most ambitious tank project since the T-34. Revolution or evolution? The T-14 breaks from Soviet tank tradition in almost every way. Where Russian tanks were historically small, low profile, and simple, the Armata is tall, complex, and packed with advanced technology. Most dramatically, it features an unmanned turret with the crew sitting in an armored capsule in the hull front. This design theoretically offers massive advantages. With no crew in the turret, the ammunition can be stored separately from the crew compartment. In Soviet tanks, a penetrating hit often caused catastrophic ammunition explosions, something that wouldn't happen with the Armata's design. The technology claims. According to Russian sources, the T-14 features capabilities that surpass anything in Western arsenals. The Afghan ET active protection system supposedly can intercept not just missiles and RPGs, but actual tank rounds. The 2A82-1M125mm gun allegedly can penetrate any NATO tank armor. The Malachit reactive armor supposedly provides protection equivalent to 1,400 millimeters of steel. But here's the problem. Very little of this has been independently verified. The T-14 has appeared in parades and promotional videos, but its actual combat performance remains unknown. The numbers game originally, Russia planned to field thousands of T-14s. Reality has been more modest. Production numbers remain classified, but Western intelligence estimates suggest fewer than 100 have been built. The reasons range from technical challenges to economic sanctions to simple cost. Each T-14 allegedly costs more than 3 upgraded T-90s. Ukraine. The missing deployment. Perhaps most tellingly, despite Russia's extensive tank losses in Ukraine, T-14Es have been notably absent from the battlefield. For a tank supposedly superior to anything NATO can field, its absence from Russia's most critical military operation raises serious questions about its actual capabilities. Technical challenges. Reports from Russian sources suggest the T-14 has faced significant technical problems. The engine, transmission, and fire control systems have all reportedly required extensive redesign. The active protection system, while impressive in theory, may not work reliably in practice. The reality check. This doesn't mean the T-14 is worthless. Even if its claimed capabilities are exaggerated, it represents significant advances in Russian tank technology. The unmanned turret concept is genuinely innovative. and some subsystems may eventually prove effective. But as of 2024, the T-14 remains more potential than reality. It's a glimpse of what future Russian tanks might become, rather than a current threat to American armor dominance. Chapter 5. The South Korean Precision Instrument, K2 Black Panther. South Korea's K2 Black Panther represents something unique in modern tank development, a machine that incorporates the best features of American, German, and indigenous Korean technology into what might be the most technically sophisticated tank ever built. The pressure cooker of innovation, South Korea faces a unique strategic challenge: the constant threat of North Korea's massive, if outdated, tank force. This pressure has driven Korean engineers to create a tank that must excel in every category: firepower, protection, mobility, and technology. Technological marvel. The K2's fire control system represents the cutting edge of tank technology. The KSTAM, Korean Smart Top Attack Munition, can engage helicopters and hit the thin top armor of enemy tanks. The gun can elevate to 20 degrees and depress to -10 degrees, giving it engagement capabilities in mountainous terrain that would challenge other tanks. What do you think? Has the Abrams maintained its supremacy, or have these new challengers proven that the future of armored warfare lies in specialization rather than dominance? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth military technology analysis.